Hello everybody. I will begin today's lesson by reading a classic story about a young boy who traveled far away from his home to learn or study under a great teacher. When he met the wise old man, his first question was, "How long will it take me before I am as wise as you?" The response came swiftly, 5 years. "This is a very long time," replied the boy. "How about if I work twice as hard?" "Then it will take 10," said the master. "10. That's far too long. How about if I studied all day and well into the night, every night?" "15 years," said the sage. Boy replied, "I don't understand. Every time I promise to devote more energy to my goal, you tell me that it will take longer. Why?" The answer is simple. When we fix one eye on our destination, there is only one left to guide us along the journey, along our path. This is true of our dreams also. The more we pursue them, the farther away they fly. So it is actually very important to keep your eyes open and look around what opportunities you can have and what benefits you can extract out of those opportunities. With this short story, I will begin today's work. The first word for today is cordon. Cordon. Cordon means extended line of men or fortifications to prevent access or egress. Example: the police cordon was so tight that the criminals could not leave the area. This happens whenever some crime is committed at a particular area. That particular area is just protected by cordon of policemen. One more example, the Secret Service agents formed a cordon on either side of the street so President Obama could pass unhindered to his destination. Next word is cornice. Cornice. Cornice means projecting molding on building. Actually, in ancient architecture, materials such as wood, plastic, or stones are shaped for use as a decorative or architectural feature, usually above the columns of the buildings. Such type of structure that is created or special effect that is created in the structure is called cornice. Example: because the stones forming the cornice had been loosened by the storms, the police closed the building until repairs could be made. Another example, the cornice of the porch was in severe need of repair. Next word is cornucopia. Cornucopia. Cornucopia means horn overflowing with fruit and grains, symbol of abundance. Example: the encyclopedia salesman claimed the new edition was a veritable cornucopia of information, an inexhaustible source of knowledge for the entire family. Actually, cornucopia is a kind of bucket which is used by people working in hilly areas in the tea plantations to collect leaves of tea. It is also used by people who pluck fruits from the plantations. So that particular bucket is called cornucopia. One more example, inside the newly built mall, was a cornucopia of childhood pleasures that attracted children more than any other shop in the mall did. This is just a figurative use of the cornucopia. Cornucopia also means horn of plenty, is often pictured as a horn-shaped basket lying on its side and filled to overflowing with fruits and vegetables. Next word is corollary. Corollary. Corollary means consequence, accompaniment, or complement. Something that completes the meaning of a statement or any law. Example: brotherly love is a complex emotion with a sibling. Rivalry, its natural corollary. Next word is corporeal. Corporeal. Corporeal means bodily, material. Example: he was not a church goer, he was interested only in corporeal matters. Next example: since my TV is corporeal, I am able to comprehend it through perception. Since my thoughts are not corporeal, I am not able to comprehend them through perception. She said that the ghost had seemed to so corporeal she did not realize he was a ghost until he vanished completely on the spot. Next word is corpulent. Corpulent. Corpulent means very fat. Example: the corpulent man resolved to reduce. Actually, lot of fat people make New Year resolution to do lot of exercise and reduce their weight and fat, lose some fat. Another example: the corpulent woman ate 20 cupcakes. Next word is correlation. Correlation. Correlation means mutual relationship. Example: he sought to determine the correlation that existed between ability in algebra and ability to interpret reading exercises. Another example: he asked what the correlation was between the two things. Next word is corroborate. Corroborate. Corroborate means confirm. Example: unless we find a witness to corroborate your evidence, it will not stand up in court. Many students can corroborate the finding that if you have others do your lessons for you, you will learn nothing. Next word is corrosive. Corrosive. Corrosive means eating away by chemicals or disease. Example: stainless steel is able to withstand the effects of corrosive chemicals. Another example: chlorine is a corrosive element. Both acids and bases are highly corrosive chemicals and will cause severe burns when in contact with skin. Means they will damage the layers of skin. Next word is corrugated. Corrugated. Corrugated means wrinkled, ridged, continuous elevated crests. She wished she could smooth away the wrinkles from his corrugated brow. Actually, inside your mouth, in the upper roof of your mouth, when you touch by your tongue, you will find there are certain ridged structures, elevated crests that are just provided to better holding of your food in place when you chew. Those are called palatine ridge. Actually, these are a kind of corrugated structures inside your mouth. Another example, abandoned shops with corrugated iron fronts riddled by bullet holes. Now, if you have seen, lot of shops have shutters which are corrugated, which are having crests and troughs, having steel that can fold into a roll. Okay, so that structure is also a corrugated structure. Next word is cosmic. Cosmic. Cosmic means pertaining to the universe, vast, great in extent or quantity. Example, cosmic rays derive their name from the fact that they bombard the Earth's atmosphere from outer space. Another example, a human is no more than a speck of dust in the cosmic universe. Next word is Coterie. Coterie. Coterie means group that meets socially. Select circle. Example, after his book had been published, he was invited to join the literacy coterie that launched daily debates at the hotel. We can have one more example like this. My friends and I ran into my sister and her coterie of friends at the mall, and we all dined together. Next word is countenance. Countenance. Countenance means approval, tolerate. Example, he refused to countenance such rude behavior on their part. Another example, the company does not countenance upon corporate espionage. Means company does not approve espionage. Actually, espionage is treated as a wrong business practice. Espionage means spying on your rival companies and stealing their secrets and using them for your own benefit. It is a crime. Next word is also countenance, Countenance. Countenance also means face. Okay, so countenance has two meanings. One meaning is to approve or tolerate, and it also means countenance also means face, the external appearance of your face. Example, when Joe saw his newborn daughter, a proud smile spread across his countenance. Another example, his countenance turned from pleasant to angry at the words spoken by his boss. In this example, countenance refers to facial expressions. Okay, so countenance can be used to denote facial expressions of someone. Next word is countermand. Countermand. Countermand means cancel, revoke. Revoke a law means to put an end to the validity of the law. Okay. Example, the general countermand the orders issued in his absence. One more example, Richa's parents countermanded the trip to Memorial Park because of the poor weather on Saturday. Next word is counterpart. Counterpart. Counterpart means a thing that completes another. Things very much alike are also called counterparts. Example, night and day are counterparts because when one ends, other begins. Another example, a basketball practice. At the basketball practice, the coach is the counterpart to the teacher in the classroom. Means here we have tried to create an analogy between the two. Next word is coup. COUP. Coup means highly successful action or sudden attack. Example, as the news of his coup is spread throughout Wall Street, his fellow brokers dropped by to congratulate him. Next example, Laila staged a coup when she tried to take over the classroom. Next word is couple. COUPLE. Couple means to join, to unite. Example, which couple do you think deserves to win the dance contest? Now here you all know, if you have watched reality shows on dance, two people, a girl and a boy, make a couple. Okay, they both join for just dancing on stage. So couple not all the time means married people. Okay. Next example, she bought a couple of videos at the yard sale. Next example, Matthew has needed help a couple of times, but he seems to understand the assignment. Next word is courier. COURIER. Courier means messenger. Example, the publisher sent a special courier to pick up the manuscript. Next example, the office manager sent the courier to his client across town with an important notice. In earlier days, actually, the message was circulated through courier. Next word is covenant. COVENANT. Covenant means agreement. Example, we must comply with the terms of the covenant. A covenant is a contract between a lesser person and a greater person. A covenant is seldom between equals. Okay, this is the characteristic of a covenant. So the lesser person is usually asking for protection by the greater person, and in return, greater person gets allegiance and tribute from the lesser person. In the earlier days of colonialism in India, when British were ruling, many princes and royal families just signed a covenant with the British government and provided loyalty to their kingdom. Next word is covert. COVERT. Covert means secret, hidden, implied meaning, not direct. Example, she could understand the covert threat in the letter. Next example, my brother told us that he does some kind of covert operations in Iraq. Next word is covetous. COVETOUS. Covetous means avaricious, greedy, eagerly desirous of. Example, the child was covetous by nature and wanted to take the toys belonging to his classmates. Another example, he was a very covetous man. Next word is cow. COW. It means terrorize, intimidate. Example, the little boy was so cowed by the hulking bully that he gave up his lunch money without a word of protest. Actually, powerful people try to cow weak peoples. Next word is cower. Cower. Cower means shrink, quivering, as from fear. Example: the frightened child cowered in the corner of the room. The dog cowered, expecting a strike of a stone. Another example: the tiny mouse cowered in the corner. Next word is coy. Coy. Coy means shy, modest, coquettish. Earlier we have read coquet. Coquet means flirt. So coquettish is also a kind of attitude of flirting. Example: she was coy in her answers to his offer. Next example: the little boy was too coy to ask the pretty girl if she wanted to play. Next word is cozen. Cozen. Cozen means cheat, hoodwink, swindle, or deceit someone or somebody. Example: he was the kind of individual who would cozen his friends in a cheap card game but remain eminently ethical in all his business dealings. Next example: Dubai used the threat of weapons of mass destruction to cozen America into the war in Iraq. Next word is crabbed. Crabbed. Crabbed means sore, peevish. Example: the children avoided the crabbed old man because he scolded them when they made noise. Next word is crass. Crass means very refined, grossly insensible. Now you can see me, I am just sitting a crass environment, which is very unrefined, unprepared for video making. Okay, so you can use this word in this sense also. Crass means very unrefined. Example: the philosophers deplored the crass commercialism. Next word is next example is the behavior of the crowd was totally insane and completely crass. Next word is craven. Craven. Craven means cowardly. Cowardly. Example: when he saw the enemy troops advancing, he had a craven impulse to run for his life. Another example: rather than fighting with me, my craven foe ran away. Next word is credence. Credence. Credence means belief. Acceptance as valid or true is called credence. Example: do not place any credence in his promises. Do not give credence to gossip. Why do you worship any god or deity? Because you have credence in his existence, the existence of ultimate reality. Next word is credo. Credo. Credo means creed, a group of people holding a common belief. Example: I believe we may best describe his credo by saying that it approximates the golden rule. Another example: the credo of the ancient religion is unclear, but it likely included a single god. People living in India have different credo, or they belong to different creed. Next word is credulity. Credulity. Credulity means belief on slight evidence. This is actually a bad habit. The people who are credulous are easy prey of deceit. Example, a little credulity helps one on through life very smoothly. I know you don't understand this example. Actually, this is from philosophy, and philosophy is a really difficult subject to understand. So, I give you another example. The witch doctor took advantage of the credulity of the superstitious natives. All the people who indulge in superstitious practices, who claim that they will recover people from the pain and sufferings of their life, actually earn money and wealth through the credulity of their subjects because they put faith in them with slightest belief or slightest evidence. Next word is creed. Creed. Creed means system of religious or ethical belief. Example, the priest followed the teachings of his creed very closely. Another example, in any loyal American's creed, love of democracy must be emphasized. Next word is crescendo. Crescendo. Crescendo means increase in the volume or intensity, as in a musical passage. Crescendo also means climax. Example, the over tune suddenly changed from a quite pastoral theme to a crescendo featuring blaring trumpets and clashing cymbals. Cymbals is actually a handheld instrument, okay, which has a bulging ball which is hollow and some thing is placed inside it which makes sound when it is moved. Another example, voices rose in a crescendo and drowned him out. Next word is crestfallen. Crestfallen. Crestfallen means dejected, dispirited, dispirited. Okay, you all know what is crest. Crest is highest point, peak. Actually, when we study sine curve or cosine curve, we see crests, troughs in different type of wave motions also. So crest is actually a higher position. Whenever somebody falls from that higher position or falls to a lower state of affairs, the enthusiasm fades, confidence fades. So such a state when one is having lack of spirit is called a crestfallen state. Example, we were surprised at his reaction to the failure of his project. Instead of being crestfallen, he was busily engaged in planning new activities. Actually, this is the characteristic of innovative scientists who, after every failure, do not pay attention to their failures and just proceed with the noble mission that they want to achieve. For example, You all may be knowing Thomas Edison. He made bulb. Before making of one successful bulb, he performed or he attempted to make a bulb 1000 times. You can figure out how much determination he must be having, how much perseverance he must be having to pursue his noble ambition to light the world of people in the darkness. Next example is the entire team came back looking crestfallen after losing the championship game. Okay, thank you. This ends your today's lesson.